We'll call the meeting to order of the City Council. We have a moment of silence for prayer.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mrs. Frank.
Mayor Kindle.
Present.
Councilwoman Costantino.
Present.
Councilman Jenny.
Here.
Councilwoman LaPratte. Here. Councilwoman Sawicki.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Williams is absent tonight.
Yes.
Councilman Tucson.
Present.
Acting City Manager Szymanski.
Here.
City Attorney DeWally.
Here.
I need a motion to excuse Mayor Pro Tem.
I'll offer the motion to excuse Mayor Pro Tem Williams from tonight's meeting.
Support.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now we're coming to a presentation from the beautification.
Check. Sound good? Good evening, everyone. My name is Marian Modlin, and I'm with the Beautification Commission. This is
LaShera Montgomery Clemens.
And April Martin.
We want to welcome all of you. One thing I want to do is just kind of explain the process and how all of you ended up joining us tonight for the awards. So what we do is probably around June, early July, we start driving around Harper Woods. And each of us are assigned an area. So we have 5 areas, and each of us are, we're in charge of one area. So you might see, someone driving up and down your street, backing up, looking for house numbers, okay, looking at homes. And what we do is we're actually looking for beautiful homes. We look at the garden in the front. Is it maintained? We look at the lawn, curb appeal. We look at, we don't want to see trees in the gutters. We don't want to see trash cans out front. But we're looking for homes that are beautiful and that are loved. And then what we do is we choose about 4 homes each. But we're not the only ones that submit nominations for homes. In addition to what we recommend, we also have community members that perhaps call in a house, maybe call in a neighbor, email. They'll send emails to City Hall, and then we add that to our list. Once we have the list compiled, then we usually get together, okay, and we drive around, and then we nominate the houses, like in a system from like 1 to 5. 5, we love it. 3, it's pretty nice, okay. But what we do also, it's like what I might really like that I find appealing, one of my counterparts might like another one better. So again, beauty in the eye of the beholder. But we look at, again, just the curb appeal of the homes, that they're taken care of, they're maintained, and that they're beautiful. So once we vote on this numerical system, then we go back and we tally the votes. So we never know who's going to win. And we always choose 2 houses from each area. So all of you that are here were our winners. So we want to congratulate you. Job well done. What we'd like to do now is pass out, you have a beautiful plaque that you're going to be getting tonight. And when we call your name, if you can please come up. And then after that, if you can come up and just greet each of our members up here on the stage. Okay? I should probably put my glasses on so I can read. If you can hang the first one. Gregory and Candace Hodges, are you here tonight? Come on up, please.
Thank you so much.
Congratulate you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Can I see the picture of your
It's getting us the same thing.
I noticed.
And I will add, this year we have some really beautiful homes. So I want to
Yes, I
thank
dropped
all
by
of
your
you
house
for
all the time.
keeping
Lovely.
Harper Woods beautiful. We appreciate that. Michelle Ford. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, we like to see your picture.
So nice. Thank you. Congratulations.
To inspire to this in my
Benny Catchings.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. And we like to
Let me see a
see
picture of
the
your house.
picture.
Yeah, nice stones out.
Congratulations, neighbor. Yes, looks good.
Okay, next we have Patricia Delano.
I pass your house every day.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Special thank you to you. I asked the community to send out a birthday card to my mom. Yes.
Thank you. Now we have to see
Let me see
your
a
picture.
picture.
Oh,
She has it already decked out for Christmas.
nice.
Congratulations.
Okay, next we have Denise Gornick.
Oh, thank you.
I don't see it here. Where's Bernice?
Watch the cord.
Oh, Denise. Okay.
Denise.
Okay, that's one of your friends, isn't it?
Yes. Although that had nothing to do with her getting the award, she got it all on
We
her
have to
own.
see your house.
You've worked so hard on that.
Oh,
You've
I
really
know.
done a lot with it.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes. You haven't gotten them yet? The next couple weeks. Oh, good. Good. It'll be good to have them before winter.
All right, next we have Terry Williams and Stephen Kress.
Okay. Next, we have Gregory and Helen Neer.
I won't be able to pick any houses on Danbury Lane.
They have in the past. Things you want to experience.
Congratulations. We have to see your house out here.
Yes.
That's nice.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you? I recognize you from Grosse Pointe.
Maybe I have to have you come by and show me how you do that.
Congratulations.
No lawn, I like that.
Yes, I want to see it. Yeah. Nice.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Okay, next we have Dino Mosheri.
Congratulations. And we have to see your
Yes, we got to see the picture. Yes. You've put a lot of love into that over the years.
33.
Yes, I remember when you gave me a tour of your yard. It was nice.
Next we have Nicole and Michael Colroll.
Congratulations. We're the nosy end of the table. We want to see. Thank you. Oh, how cool.
It's very beautiful. Congratulations.
All right, I'm gonna have to put a star next to your, go
I
and
gotta
check
go
it
drive
out
by all
with the
these.
flyer.
Oh, nice.
Now for our fabulous business in Harper Woods, Guest Squire Plastics. Is there a representative for Guest Squire?
I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I would request that all the award recipients come up on the stage so we can take a group photo, please.
Yeah, this would be good for our newsletter.
Okay, they want us on this picture?
All of us?
Apparently,
Well, back here, or you want to go in front?
up in front by the people.
Okay. I did not. Stay back here. Okay.
Mayor, why don't you get up in front? That's fine, you can set it down.
Yeah, we could stand up here. Are we gonna just stand back here, or are we gonna stay?
What is it? What do you want us to do? You want us to stand here? You want us to come in the front?
I'm not going in front, but all right.
As far as I'm in front, I'm in the front, so I don't know what you mean.
Get behind the people. There we go.
Ready? Come on down. Okay, and everybody smile. 1, 2. One more. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Dickie, what is your name, Dickie? No,
Mary Ann.
I want to get her phone number, contact information. I thought I had it.
I have.
You have it? Okay.
Oh, yes. You don't have to stay.
What's his friend number, too?
We would appreciate if you do, but we won't feel bad if you leave. All right then, so, moving on, we need approval of minutes, I need a motion.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I'll offer the motion to accept, receive, and file the regular city council meeting held November 6, 2023, to accept, receive, and file the special city council meeting held November 13, 2023, to receive and file the planning commission meeting held November 15, 2023, and to receive and file the library board meeting held October 26th of 2023.
Support.
Discussion?
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
In reading the library board meeting minutes, I was a little concerned when some members of the library staff complained that the library may not be green any longer, and I'd like to hear a little bit more about that at some future time if that's possible.
Yes, we'll get to the library director here.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Not a problem.
All right, is there any further discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Move on to public comments on agenda items, and it's only for agenda items, not just normal conversation. So if you have anything that you want to say in regards to what is on the agenda, please step to the mic now. Seeing none, let's go to consent agenda. I need a resolution.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I'll make the resolution to approve consent agenda items 1 through 9.
Support.
Discussion?
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I'm a little concerned we're stacking things in the consent agenda that maybe should have their own place. I'm not opposed to anything on here. In fact, I'm supportive of it. But I feel like the library restoration, this is my opinion, deserves its own place on the agenda.
Where would it be?
Number 9,
I mean,
under new business.
but it's still a consent agenda.
Okay.
It shouldn't be anything differently. Sharon, do you
Yeah,
have?
and we discussed this, and I think,
Yeah.
I think Councilperson Constantino understands is that the consent agenda, anything could be on it. It's just considered, routine, non-controversial matters that can be handled all in one motion. And indeed, some of these things may have been discussed at a prior meeting, so that's why they're in the consent agenda, to make it easier to move through these meetings instead of going through all of them at one time. I think the confusion might be is sometimes there's the $5,000 limit in the charter, but that's separate and apart from the consent agenda.
Okay.
I think, and my thought is like this, a lot of people like to know the progress that's going on at the library.
But that's not a part of the consent agenda. That is something that we would discuss with city manager, acting city manager, and/or the library director.
And comments can be still made about any item on the consent agenda, whether it's there or not, so.
Okay, well, I would just like to say that, then, keep it on the consent agenda, but number 9 is part of the library restoration. It's not
That's right there in the agenda.
here in the city hall. Well,
Anyone
the
can read
people out there might not have those details.
But they can read, they can read, can't they?
But this is all they get.
Don't act like our citizens are retarded or something.
No, that's not it at all. If this is all they get, it doesn't clarify what it is. I think you're saying something
It
that's
says right
not
there.
appropriate to what I'm saying. I just think this is special. I think it's special that we're going to have a renovated library, and I think that deserves mentioning on its own.
I just have something to add to on this particular payment. This is actually a pass-through. I want to say that Jarvis is the company that had won the bid. We were having books that were stored in pods that they were actually off-site, and we actually we paid for this as we got a pass-through check from the insurance company. So it's not like these are city expended funds. These are all monies that were coming from the Michigan Municipal League insurance. Just to
Okay.
add clarity to this issue.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I think also that new business requires the city council to do something. I mean,
Right.
when we see new business, we're being asked to decide some form of business. With the consent agenda, there's really not a decision other than accepting these numbers. And I don't think that we are being asked by the library board to approve of their decision.
Right.
Instead, we're simply acknowledging the fact that this money came in and is being used to pay for this. I think that makes a big difference between whether it appears to us as new business or not.
Right. It says payment. All right, any further discussion? Roll call vote, Mrs. Frank.
Councilwoman Constantino.
Yes.
Councilman Jenny.
Yes.
Councilwoman LaPrat.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sawicki.
Yes.
Councilman Tucson.
Yes.
Mayor Kindle.
Yes.
Resolution passes.
Okay, that takes us to old business, and we have none. To new business, city manager's report.
Okay, item G1, patrol rifle lease purchase request. Mayor and council, attached is a memo from our Director of Public Safety requesting approval for a lease purchase plan for patrol rifles for our police officers. Due to increasing volumes of violence in society today, it is imperative for our police officers to keep pace with technology. Our city's current weapons are outdated and most are out of service due to broken or worn out parts. When weapon systems are outdated, lives are at stake and our police officers may not be able to mitigate a violent encounter. These rifles will be set up to an individual officer's custom specifications and will be equipped with the latest technology, including red dot sights and weapon-mounted LED lights. The rifles will initially be purchased by the city, then sold back to the individual police officers using payroll deductions until the cost of the rifles is fully recouped. This weapon purchase program is currently being used by most of our surrounding communities and has been proven successful. Mayor and council, I recommend approval of this proposal request. A resolution is recommended.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
by resolution to approve the lease purchase plan for 22 4-pool and 18 officer-owned rifles from Loyal 9 Manufacturing in the amount of $64,436, with each officer entering into an agreement to provide for payroll deductions for a total of 36 payments, with a buyout of the rifle in the amount of $1 at the end of the term.
Support.
Okay, discussion?
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I have a couple of questions, and the police.
Director.
Thank you. I noticed that in I'm trying to see what the title of this. In the material that we received, there was a document called the lease purchase proposal. And if I scroll down in that, number 13, which is on our page 87. It's not a numbered page in your document, but it's the page right before the end of that particular thing. It says, employees shall only carry or use the Harper Woods Department of Public Safety issued ammunition and shall meet the department's standard for qualification prior to carrying the chosen weapon system on duty. I know my brother-in-law is a police officer, and he indicated to me that rifles are common, you know, that's very important for police work, but that being qualified on a rifle is different than being qualified on your handgun, that, you know, generally speaking, you don't get qualified in the same gun range that the department might use normally, that you have to go to a special range and this sort of thing. And so what I'm curious about is, because he told me that some officers aren't qualified to use a rifle. And if the officer is not qualified but wants to have the rifle, what steps does the department take so that that officer either becomes qualified or does not use that?
That's a great question. And yes, we would have something in place that an officer does not qualify with the rifle, they will not be able to take it out until they're qualified with it. And if that's additional training that they need to get them up to speed so that they do qualify, an MCOL certified course, then that's what we'll do. We'll work with them. But for the most part, we have 100% pass rates on the rifle qualification. They're extremely accurate, a lot more accurate than our pistols. So the officers tend to do better on rifle. I know I do.
Okay, and then the second question I had is, in the unlikely event that an officer is removed from duty because of something bad that has happened, will that rifle be taken back by the department if it's under the, I mean, because we own the rifle until it's fully
Correct.
paid off and they pay it off.
Are you referring to like an officer involved shooting where that weapon is used, or are you talking about some other
Yes.
administrative discipline?
Well, you hear so many bad things, you know.
Yeah.
I first of all the officers that I've ever seen in Harper Woods have been involved that issue. But how do we protect ourselves if an officer is someone that you have to remove from the department?
We have yet to complete the policy. There's an 8-month lead time on these rifles. So once we get approval, hopefully tonight, it's an 8-month delivery time. So I will work with the city attorney to come up with something that she approves of that makes sense to her and to the department. But yeah, I mean, if an officer is placed on administrative leave for any disciplinary reason, we're taking all their weapons. And they will not, they'll lose their police privileges during that period as well. So that wouldn't be a concern.
Okay, I just wanted to make certain that we have something like that in writing,
Okay.
on this, because I thought it would be a good protection for us.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll work with the city attorney. She's been real helpful with this so far.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any further discussion while we have the director up here? You want to add anything, Sharon?
No, I am good, thank you.
All right, no further questions? Roll call vote, Mrs. Frank?
Councilman Jenny.
Yes.
Councilwoman LaPrat.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sawicki.
Yes.
Councilman Tucson.
Yes.
Mayor Kindle.
Yes.
Councilwoman Costantino.
Yes.
Okay, resolution passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Item G2, schedule public hearing, proposed lot split. Mayor and Council attaches a memorandum from the city clerk requesting to schedule a public hearing on a proposed lot split at 19550 and 19554 Kelly Road. This request was recently reviewed by the Planning Commission, and they have recommended that the request be denied. However, Section 10-750 requires the City Council to hold a public hearing for a final determination. As her memo states, the request is to hold the public hearing at your next meeting, December 4th, 2023, and I concur with her recommendation. Mayor, a motion is recommended.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I'll make the motion to schedule a public hearing at our December 4th, 2023 meeting at 7 p.m. to hear public comment and input on the proposed lot split requested by Kelly and Woodside LLC.
Support.
Discussion?
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I need to have our city attorney explain something to me. On our page 93, which is, I believe, from our city charter, where it says section 10-750 lot splits. Letters C, D, and E indicate that first, the Planning Commission shall transmit a copy of the proposed lot split to the city engineer, et cetera, for review and recommendation. Then letter D says the Planning Commission shall review the proposed lot split for conformance with all ordinances, administrative rules, and regulations, the master plan for the city, the state law, and shall prepare recommendations to be submitted to the city council. And letter E says, on receipt of the recommendation of the Planning Commission, the city council shall give consideration of the proposed lot split. it seems to me that without the recommendation of the planning commission, the city council shouldn't do anything. That we need to get the recommendation of the planning commission before we move forward on this.
Their recommendation is to deny.
Okay, so the recommendation
Right,
can
it's to
go
deny,
either
either
way.
way. Their recommendation is to deny.
All right, thank you.
So, is there any further discussion?
Yeah, Madam Mayor, with this lot split, this, I know some of, the city council, we kind of just said, we put these distance limitations. I'm just wondering, are we putting ourselves in a position where if we put so many limitations on these people, it could also give us another reason why we could be sued? So, I don't know, that this is not, this,
This is just for a public hearing.
It's public
This is just to
hearing.
schedule the public hearing.
That's
This
it,
is
and
not
then
a
after
discussion.
that,
okay,
that's all we're obligated to do right now.
that's right, okay.
Is there any further discussion? Okay. All in favor of the public hearing?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, item G3, introduce and place for first reading an ordinance regulating mobile food vendors. Mayor and council, attached is a proposed ordinance to regulate mobile food vendor businesses in the city. This ordinance will provide specific rules and regulations for mobile food vendors, including where food trucks can be established and requiring annual inspection of these vehicles. We have had several inquiries about food truck businesses and anticipate more as North Point nears completion of their construction. This ordinance has been prepared by the city attorney, and I have reviewed it as well. It is recommended that this ordinance be introduced and placed for first reading. Mayor, a resolution is recommended.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I'll offer the resolution to introduce and place for first reading an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance to Amend Article 4, Restaurants, to provide regulations pertaining to mobile food vendors and the operation of mobile food vendors on private property within the city, and further to direct the city clerk to publish a notice of this in accordance with city charter requirements."
Support.
Okay, any discussion?
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I have two questions. The first is, it mentions a number of times that the city health officer will check this restaurant or that restaurant, and I'm curious as to who the city health officer is.
Right.
That was from the old ordinance, quite frankly.
Right.
Yeah.
I often wondered about that.
Yeah, I did too. But quite frankly,
Is that Wayne County Health Department?
it's the Wayne County Health Department.
Okay.
Yes.
Does that need to be specified? or
It could
just leave
be.
it?
It could be clarified, but that's from the old ordinance, yes.
Okay. And then on our page 102, I just have to scroll to it here, which is Division 2 licensing. Letter H, number 1, food trucks shall be subject to the following additional standards and conditions. Food trucks and the distribution of products shall occur solely on private property and on a hard surface pavement. Food trucks are prohibited from occupying or operating within any public right-of-way. I'm just wondering, I know that we have had food trucks in the past at Salter Park and at other public, parks within our, city.
And when we have festivals, right, right.
And I would not like to see them being prohibited from being able to operate on city property because of this. So if we could make sure the language is clear so that it allows for operation.
Sure.
Thank you.
I think the only addition would be that for something like a festival or concert or whatever, then they would have special permission to be
On
at the park.
city property.
Right.
As
City
opposed to
property.
private property.
Yeah,
All the rest applies because a lot of this is state law and Wayne County law. The
Okay.
inspections and all of that.
I just know that we've used them in the past and it would be
Absolutely.
terrible if we couldn't.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Is there any further discussion?
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I see that it also includes outdoor sales such as Christmas trees, fireworks, things like that. So if we're relying on Wayne County Health Department to regulate these food trucks, who's going to follow this part of the ordinance and make sure that these people are all licensed and doing what they're doing? I mean, we set the ordinances as council, but we're not enforcing the ordinances, and we need to make sure that all our ordinances are being enforced. So, I mean, who's going to make sure all these people that are selling flowers and
Where we,
If we see something that it looks unlawful, we'll investigate it. I mean, that's what we're doing right now.
any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote, Mrs. Franks.
Councilwoman LaPrat.
yes,
Councilwoman Sawicki.
Yes.
Councilman Tucson.
Yes.
Mayor Kindle.
Yes.
Councilwoman Costantino.
Yes.
Councilman Jenny.
Yes.
Okay, resolution passes.
Mayor, that concludes the city manager's reports.
All right, thank you. All right, now call the audience, 3 minutes, please. Step to the podium.
Hi, Sheila Hakim. I live on Littlestone. I was on the Charter Review Subcommittee and feel compelled to publicly speak out about what transpired during that time. In short, it went like this. The city clerk said that they had already decided what they wanted to do. They already knew. The things they wanted to do consisted of 3 items, which were at the end of an attachment to an email previously sent out by the city clerk. And 2 of them were the ones that ended up at city council. Basically, anything the committee wanted to do was blocked. Since our charter was last updated in 1970, laws have been changed and ordinance enacted, but these things were not updated in our charter. My attempts to discuss them were frustrated by the city attorney. When I continued, she switched gears and decided saying we would be breaking the law. This included incorporating approved amendments, already approved by the voters, into the body of the charter. To do this, she said we needed to go through the charter revision process. Among other things, this requires 2 more sets of votes, and there isn't any guarantee of success. This makes no sense. We were just an advisory committee and had no power to act. Any formal action had to be taken by the city council. The council should have had our input. The city attorney could have then submitted her recommendations to the council, and city council could have done whatever they wanted to do. By our actions, the city attorney prevented the city council from getting the input from the Charter Review Subcommittee. The city clerk and the ACM acted in concert with the city attorney. And as long as we adhered to the game plan, there wasn't any problem. However, any deviation wasn't welcome or tolerated. The charter should have been routinely reviewed and appropriate amendments submitted to the voters as laws changed. But this wasn't done. The committee should have been able to provide their input without interference from others, but this didn't happen. It's clear that whatever we've been doing is not working, and alternate solutions must be found. There's still a lot of work to be done on the charter, and I ask that City Council get a second opinion. Steps should also be taken to ensure that the residents have a say in their community without the interference experienced here.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? What? Well, if you're gonna speak, Mr. Schenberg, you need to be on your way up there. I was just about to say.
Good evening, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hopefully everybody has a good gobble gobble. I'm glad to see you're doing something about food trucks, because I was going to talk about that tonight. There's been quite a few of them up on Kelly Road taking up parking spaces that are meant for the stores.
And whenever I see them, I call the police.
Well, I try to too, but I'm glad to see you're taking care of that. Police cars. I know we've been rotating them and we're getting new ones, but there's a place out in Southfield that'll buy our police cars. Police cars are made to a more stringent, the used ones, more stringent like a taxi cab than a regular vehicle is. So they're highly sought after. They're on Craigslist, on Facebook, going for $10,000, $15,000, and they're ones with over 150, 170,000 miles on them. Abandoned homes. I'd like to see us do more on it. I got 3 of them on my right by me in the first place, and their addresses are 19, this is Roscommon, 19111, 19201, and 19207. I know they've been empty for 7 years. I don't even know if the city has been checking to see if they're supposed to, you have an ordinance, right, against being empty and they're supposed to be inspected. Speed bumps. You say they don't work, but guess what? The city of Detroit just came out recently and said that they are at least 70% efficient in stopping speeding down streets and all the other. So, contrary to what you think, Mayor, statistics are showing that they do work. And if you think they don't, they do, because I'll tell you what, I'll go down a street that doesn't have them before I'll go down one that does. And even though I live on one that would have them, I'd still go down it. But if I can go by around them, I'm going to go around them and not go down the streets that have them. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Seeing none, we'll begin with you, Ms. LaPratt, Councilwoman LaPratt.
Just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and invite you out. They're having GPAS having a canine or a fundraiser for Kaiser. It's next week, November 30th, from 7 to 9 over at Redeemer United Methodist Church over on Bernier. So everybody come out and get your spaghetti and support Kaiser.
What day is that again?
It's the 30th, November 30th.
It's a Thursday, I think.
All right, thank you. Tom?
Yeah, just want to wish everyone a very safe, pleased, and happy Thanksgiving. And on a sadder note, I don't know if anybody knows, if anybody was involved, but Coach Sal passed away. He was part of Harperwoods Little League for, I'm going to say it wrong, but 100 years. He coached all my 3 kids. He coached everyone's kids. He was a coach of the Apaches. He was a very, very kind man, and a lot of what my kids learned in life came from Coach Sal starting out. So, but his funeral will be on Sunday at A.H. Peters. I want to say it's from noon to 3. I don't know the specifics, but he was part of Harper's Little League for a very long time. He'll be sadly missed. So, that's it.
Thank you.
That's sad news to hear. My children were all coached by Coach Sal, too. I want to echo everyone with their Thanksgiving wishes. Be safe out there. I know that Thanksgiving is one of the more dangerous times. The day before Thanksgiving is one of the most dangerous times to be on the road, because a lot of college students come back and get a little twisted at night, and they end up having accidents. So please be careful out there. Also, I did want to say that Mrs. Hakeem brought up a good point about the Charter Review Subcommittee. I had asked earlier about when the subcommittee would be, reinstituted, because I did want to become a part of that subcommittee. So if we could keep that in mind and get ourselves moving on that again, perhaps after the first of the year, I think that would really be beneficial to the community. And I can't think of anything else to say, so that's it from me.
Again, I want to thank everybody for, I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. There's also our high school football team, the Pioneers, are going to the semifinals, and it's going to be at Ford Field this Saturday. I'm not sure what we could do from State Council or anyone to support them more. I mean, except maybe try to get down there to see it. But congratulations to them for being able to get to the semifinals. Very happy to hear that. It's good news. It's always good for team spirit. Neighborhoods act better. The kids act better when the teams do better. That's good. It was nice to see also that the high school, I saw the mayor out there too, giving out free turkeys on Friday, and that lamb was going around the building multiple times. So I'm glad to see that. And so everybody should have a turkey this with Thanksgiving, which is a good idea. And that is about, and a lot of you have been complaining, I know in my neighborhood, about the leaf pickup. And, as you know, I guess we're all a little behind. Some equipment is being broken, it's broken down, but we're still on it. And just be a little more patient and continue to pile new leaves that come up on top of the old ones. They have a tendency to kind of stick together once they kind of pile together, so it gets a little higher, yes. So.
And this week is the last week for curbside pickup. That's a good thing to let people know.
Okay, this is, but suppose that they don't get to it this week. Will they go on to next week?
We're going to try to make a pass or two, weather permitting, but there are some restrictions that we can't discuss here that are involved in the leaf pickup.
State law.
State law and the contracts too.
So get your leaves out as early as you
Yes.
can.
Well, I just want to let the people know, because I don't, if the law comes up that all of a sudden, they can't do no more, and they're going to be left with all the leaves outside on the curb. I'm not sure where we're going to be with that. But all right. Go ahead, Cheryl.
Yeah, I was also going to mention how proud I am of the Harper Woods football team. They're going to be going up against, I believe, Grand Rapids next Saturday. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Is there any way that we can get the word out on that so that our former graduates and things?
It's on the website.
It's on the website.
Okay.
On the sign.
It's on the sign outside.
Okay, good. Yeah, or it is, I don't know if Nixl's appropriate or not, but but we're pretty proud of them. Also, I thought our tree lighting ceremony this past Wednesday was awesome. Those kids were so cute and so well prepared, and it was a bigger turnout than we've had in several years. And it was the little ones from Beacon Elementary that were singing, and they were so well rehearsed and just all together on the beat, everything. I mean, as a former music teacher, I was quite impressed. And so I hope that they are invited back next year, because I think they probably tripled the number of people that were there. Plus, it was really worth coming to listen to them. It was so fun. So it was a great night for everybody who was there. And I think that I'm going to end there. Also, happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. And I want to thank everyone that came and participated with the leaf cleanup that we did for seniors and disabled people with North Point. We did this last Saturday, and Councilwoman LaPratte, myself, and Ms. Foster was there out to help us, and along with the people from North Point. And we also had a few other volunteers. And the seniors and disabled people were so happy that we were there to rake these big lawns. And we actually put them in bags because we knew that, you know, we were doing a little bit behind with the leaf pickup. So we put them in bags and set them on the curb. So it didn't add to the problem that we have of leaf removal. But it was very good, and this is the second year that North Point has volunteered and wanted to do something to give back to our community. And so their staff came in and with their equipment and rakes and manpower, and we were able to do quite a few seniors. So next year, if you have a home and you get close to November, just leave your name or number up at the City Hall window, and we'll get to it, and we'll see if we can be able to accommodate you. Some of the people's asked us, make sure you put us on the list next year, but you know, we try to want to rotate it so that everyone get an opportunity. Last year we did about 22 houses, but we had more people, and this year we only did 10, but it was well worth it because I was trying to hurry up and get to the game. So we were able to finish in time enough for me to get to halftime by the time I got out there to Livonia. So it was a very good game, and I want to say kudos to Harper Woods football team for winning the semifinals. Now, the state finals will be at Ford Field this coming Saturday. So they have gone the furthest. For the first time, Harper Woods has never won their semi-tournament, and now this.
They've never advanced.
They never advanced to this level. So I'm just very proud of them. Those guys, they worked out. It was a very good game. So if you have the opportunity, I believe it's on a couple of Facebook pages from the school, but they're trying to select the Coach Odom to be Coach of the Year. So if you get that opportunity, vote for Coach Odom to be the coach, because he's done an awesome job with these young people from Harper Woods School District, and it's just kudos to them. Also, the Grosse Pointe Chamber of Commerce will have their usual Santa parade this coming Friday. All council people, if you didn't get your email, are invited to walk in the parade with us. As usually it's just the mayors, but last year they started to have the city council from other communities. So this year we made sure that the invitation was extended to our city council members. And also my junior mayor and his family will be walking with me during the parade. And with that, I think everybody have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much, and we'll see you soon.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make the motion for adjournment.
Yes.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any discussion? Motion carries. Have a good evening.